Hello everyone, it's Chris here from the Morse and Lewis and Endeavour.com website. Hello and welcome to my latest video. This, as you can see, is the Randolph Hotel where I was staying for 2 nights during Colin Dexter's Memorial Service. There's no sound in the actual video because I edited this part of the hotel quite a bit, so it just wouldn't make sense if you can hear me talking away. It probably doesn't make much sense at the moment. Anyway, it's a lovely hotel. Staying at the Randolph is one of those items on my bucket list, and that now be ticked off, but hopefully it won't be my last time staying there. But it's not cheap, but it's a lovely hotel. It's a great experience, of course, to stay in a hotel famous in the town of in the city of Oxford, and of course famous in the Morse universe. So again, apologies for the vertical nature of the filming, but I had the camera in the phone in my top pocket for most of the time. I didn't want to make it too obvious, too conspicuous that I was filming. But around the corridors there's lots of lovely old pictures. I'm pointing towards, this is Broad Street, and I'm pointing towards, if you go down at the end of the street is where it gets you to the Bridge of Sighs. On the left, just as would be the White Horse. I doubt it was there at that time. I can't remember the date of the 18 something. But anyway, on the right, of course, you can see the Sheldonian. But yeah, it's a lovely hotel with lovely staff. Very helpful, very polite. And I was on the second floor, room 240. There's a third floor, and I think that's the last floor. And these lovely big statues. I don't think they're marble, they're probably plaster of Paris or something like that. Mirror on the wall. Again, lovely staircase and lovely stained glass windows. I had no complaints at all while staying at the Randolph. Nothing at all. Room was fantastic. More than adequate. Much more than adequate. But it was really nice. Very, very nice. And as I said, all the staff did a great job. Very clean, tidy, everywhere. Actually, so actually at one point, when I was in the Morse bar, seen a guest taking I think it was a phone out of her pocket, and she dropped a tissue but never noticed, and that tissue barely hit the ground before it was picked up by a porter and taken away to be disposed of. All very efficient. And there's some other rooms here. There's the Ashmolean room, as you can see, St John's and Worcester room, but these are all, I think, specifically for business meetings. I did try my key card in the Ashmolean room here, but no entry for me. But maybe I'll pluck up the courage on my next visit to ask to get permission to see the room, and maybe film it as well. I'm always a bit reticent, a bit shy when it comes to doing things like that. Same when I was at the memorial service as well. I was dying to talk to some of the more famous people, but just couldn't pluck up the courage. There's a club lounge again, which of course I can't get into. But I would want to be part of a club that would have me as a member. As said, Groucho Marx. And we're down now towards the reception. Yeah, I did. I mean, I've written to quite a few people regard of doing Q&As. As most of you may already know, I've got Angela Griffin and Dakota Blue Richards. I'm just waiting for them to return. This is the lovely Acanthus restaurant. Again, a bit pricey, but it's lovely food. Could do with more vegetarian choices, but I'm sure if I'd asked, they would have been very accommodating. But yeah, I've also written to Claire Holman, James Bradshaw, and Lewis Peake. But it was a Morse bar we're now going through. Love sitting in the Morse bar. But yes, so hopefully I'll hear from them. I wrote to their agents, of course, not direct to them. I'm wishing I'd plucked up the courage to talk to James Bradshaw at the memorial service, but no courage was forthcoming. Now we're going towards a sitting room stroke library. It's a smell as you're entering of old books, and there's lots of them here, but I don't mind that. I like that smell. Has a sort of second-hand bookshop type of smell, and I love second-hand bookshops. Managed to squeeze visiting a few of those in Oxford when I was there a few days ago, or almost. What are we now? Wednesday? Heavens, how time flies! I was actually on my. Actually, I was actually in Oxford this time last week. Wow, a week already. Yeah, 'cause I got the train down and arrived there about 1:30. So, yes, we're making our way down towards the toilets. This is where many of you know there's lots of pictures of famous people. The lovely Lawrence Fox. And equally, get that word out, equally lovely Kevin Whately. And then we're up to the gorgeous Claire Holman. And somebody told me that they talked to Lawrence Fox at the memorial service, and he hinted at that there was a possibility of there being a Hathaway TV show. I do hope that comes to fruition. That would be great. This is me now searching for anybody related to the Morse universe. Lots of famous faces. I was going to offer my picture, but I don't think they would want it. So, oh, there's Roger Allam. Maybe once I get my novel published, that will change. And the lovely Michael Palin. Nothing to do with the Morse universe, but I do like Michael Palin. And Sean Evans. Equally lovely, of course. A bit of a dish and all that. So, I think now, yes, I've decided to go and have a look at this garden bar and ballroom, etc. But unfortunately, I wasn't. One of the doors was locked to the right. Almost need a key card to pass that. But also the ballroom and bar were closed for refurbishment. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully, when I get back to Oxford in the summer. If it's finished by the summer, of course. There was no actual date saying when it would be all finished, but I shall check it out when I get back to Oxford. So, just make our way out through reception. My big hand gets in the way for whatever reason. Wee shop with, well, not a shop, just a gift window there with things you can buy from the hotel. There's another one of those on the left, a nice reception. And as always, whenever you leave, someone opens the door for you. That was the lovely female porter. She's the only female porter I've seen, but that's not to say there isn't more. So we're outside Ashmolean, of course, across the road. We're on Beaumont Street just now, where the Randolph is. This is you looking into these windows look into the Acanthus restaurant. So here we are using Google Maps outside the Randolph. As I said, we're on Beaumont Street and we'll head down towards Magdalen Street. And I'm just doing this just to take you towards where I did some of the location filming. So down the lovely Magdalen Street. It's just unusual to see it so empty, because normally it's full of buses who brought people into the town centre. So we're now on to Broad Street. It's a rather long street. And now we got to an area where you see those chairs and tables there, the silver ones, the metal ones. Well, that of course was used in an episode of Lewis, The Point of Vanishing. Of course, that Broad Street's been used a few times. I don't think it's been used in Endeavour. Maybe though. I'm just misremembering. So of course, down at the bottom of Broad Street on the left is the White Horse Pub, lovely little pub. And we're going down Turrell Street, which again has been used numerous times. In all series, Morse, Lewis and Endeavour. And we're getting close to some of the Brasenose Lane just off to the left. We're just coming up to now what was is a little antique shop that was a location in the last episode, Icarus, of the Endeavour series, the 5th series. I've turned the sound down for 2 reasons. Just I don't want it copyrighted, then I'll have to re-edit, and also in case there's any sounds that would be a spoiler for those that haven't seen the episode. And then we're down to the lovely Oxfam bookshop, which again was used as a pet store in the Icarus 6th episode of the 5th series. It's a lovely bookshop. That was one of the second-hand bookshops. I was there and bought a couple of books. I think I come home with about 4 new books. This on the right here, this has been here for a long time. It was used in the Morse episode, The Last Enemy, when they're trying to find out who the trousers belonged to that were on the torso, or what was left of the body, of course. No hands, no feet, no head. And now we're into the High Street. We're going down towards, this street takes you down towards Magdalen Bridge, but we're going down to the right, King Edward Street. At the bottom here now, this was used as a location on the left, where Endeavour was looking for the flatmate of someone who was killed. And I can't remember which episode it was, that's why it's not here. I just damned if I can remember which episode, but he goes through that green door. So we're going down to Oriel Square, that's Oriel College on the left, and this of course was famously used in the pilot episode of Lewis, when he's going to look for Jessica, who's looking to get the Endeavour Award. And we're back out to Oriel Street. His car is just packed over to the right there as we look at the film. Now we're going down to the bottom of Oriel Square and down to Merton Street.
Okay, hello, good morning everyone. This is Friday now, and today I depart from Oxford. And the 27th of April. We're on Merton Street, as you can see, and the weather's not very nice. Little wet, overcast, dull, but my train is not until this afternoon, so I thought I would just film a few more locations. Now this one we're going towards is from an Endeavour episode. In particular, it's from the first episode of the 5th series, Muse. I won't say which particular location at the moment till we get there. Allow you to see if you recognise it first. And of course Merton College is further down this street. That's an entrance, the building at the end, an entrance to Christchurch. excuse my sniffing, but well, no excuse, shouldn't be sniffing. Anyway, here we're coming now to, it's called Grove Walk. Here we are, it's a lovely area. I wonder if you recognise it yet. Now I'll get, okay, here, okay, I'll just tell you, I'm sure you may guess it already. Lots of tourists around. Don't know if I class myself as a tourist, but I suppose I am. Anyway, so this is where we'll just turn around because this is where Joan, after Joan bumps into Endeavour in the shop, in the chemist shop, and this is the place where they walk together discussing everything but what should be discussed, if you see what I mean. And of course they do discuss everything but what they should be discussing and what we all know they should be discussing. Of course they never do. A lovely walk. And a lovely building here, of course, as well. Down here. All these people not knowing they'll soon be on my blog. So we walk down there now. Of course, I believe when it comes to the end of their walk, they actually use another location for that. Oh, try and get through these gates. Try not to get mucky. Some puddles. Now we're up to Christchurch Meadow. And just over there, almost about that white van is in the distance. That's where, I think in the last episode of the 5th series, where Morse and Thursday are sitting talking, and Thursday saying about what a difference it was when he moved to Oxford. Of course, Thursday tells Morse how much he loves Oxford, and he's sorry that it's changing, but not for the best. A better world, he hoped. Of course, there is no actual bench over there, that's just a prop the film crew use. Just like look over there, you'll see that lovely there. This is nice. I think little robin, you won't see it on the tree. Anyway, I think I will stop filming now and I'll head towards another location. Just a little quick stop here at the Botanic Gardens. This is probably, I believe this is the area where they filmed this scene when Endeavour and Claudine are having a little picnic, if I remember rightly. Probably better to say a romantic picnic. And Claudine gets a kiss from Endeavour. The building away in the background on the left is Modelling College. Of course, this was a nice sunny day, this would look even better, but we can't always get everything we want. And then this is Merton Field, oh it's a lie, Christchurch Meadow over there. Oh, talking of that, I just when I was walking towards the Botanic Gardens, I remembered that in the video I made, you'll see earlier, you watched earlier hopefully, talking about the scene when Joan and Endeavour are walking down Grove Walk. I was actually wrong, because we were walking from Christchurch Meadow to Merton Street, because Merton Street is where they say goodbye, and of course Joan says, at least I now know where you shop. So apologies for that. The old brain occasionally has senior moments, all too often these days. This is a lovely area here as well. This is the River Cherwell. Of course it runs through Oxford. But anyway, on to the next location.
So here we are at the bottom of Broad Street, and you turn left to Parks Road, and this will take us to the next location where I did a little filming. That's Wadham College on the right. It's a lovely road this, and I've never seen it so quiet as I do in the Google Maps, because normally it's bustling with students and tourists. But like so many roads in Oxford, it's lovely. It's very scenic. And this next location is was shown well, a few times, but I think the first time we saw it was in the 5th series episode Colours. And we're now turning into Museum Road. This is whereabouts the Pitt Reivers Museum is. And the house on the left, if you've seen the episode, may give it away as to what location it actually is. And we go up to Blackhall Road. And of course, this is where Joan's flat is, and our housewarming party. Was it? I think it was a housewarming. And Morse is making his way there.
So this will be my last location filming. We're looking towards Joan Thursday's flat, and this is the street where you see Endeavour going down to her flat to join her at her party, which I think was a housewarming party. I don't know if it was ever stated, but anyway. So he walks down here, which is Blackhall Road, but the actual street that Joan's flat is on is Museum Street, Museum Road, Museum Street I think it is. Could be Museum Road, apologies. So that's it. That's just looking down towards it. Now if we walk down here, this takes you down towards the Lamb and Flag pub, where Morse actually walks past, and I think he goes in the pilot episode. I'll stop here and then start again further down. So this is now down to, we're going through the Lamb and Flag passage, and the building on the right, sort of yellowish hue, is the Lamb and Flag pub. I'm assuming the pub is named after the passageway. Yes, you'd imagine the passageway came first. Anyway, yeah, so Endeavour walks down towards here, deciding whether to go in for it. And of course, he wanders down, deciding whether to have a drink or not, seeing as he's restarted drinking, of course, in this episode, having been abstinent for quite a while. Because I went into this pub for the first time last week, the day before the Dexter Memorial. Lovely pub, lovely pub. Episode. And we're walking out now towards St Giles.
And opposite you can see the Eagle and Child pub. Used in the Morse series, Lewis series. I don't think it's been used in location yet for Endeavour, but I may be wrong in that. So looking down towards there. Okay folks, that's all. Take care. Bye.